Welcome to my morning coffee. Always bold, hot, and full of flavor. Gia and Tonya are my morning coffee. What's in your cup?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of My Morning Coffee, where the conversation is always hot, bold, organic, and full of flavor. We have an artist in the house today. Actually, we have two because G is an artist too. But our guest is an artist today. And with that being said, I want to tap exactly into what's in Gia's cup, and then we're going to bring him right on in so that we can talk about some things. We might even be able to hear some of his music. So let's see what we can make happen here today on this My Morning Coffee Monday. Gia, what's in your cup?
I have coffee.
That's a cute cup, girl. Show it. Wait, let me see. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me.
A little love coffee. A little love coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah. Yeah.
You actually have a lot to be dancing about these days. Why is it coffee in your cup? What's going on?
Well, it's Monday and it's my morning coffee, so I figured I would have some coffee. Not that let me see what's been going on with me. Nothing much really. I did a pop-up this past weekend at the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Mall. So, that's my thing I've been doing for the last, every second and fourth Saturday, they have a pop-up there. So I've been, hanging out there. It was a beautiful weekend, even though it was really hot on Thursday and Friday. Saturday wasn't too bad. So it was, nice out. But for some reason, it wasn't a lot of people out this past weekend, at least in my area where I was at. So it was kind of slow. The market was kind of slow, but hopefully, as the spring and summer goes on, it'll pick up and everything. But that's pretty much it. Then I kind of just relaxed on Sunday because I've been, as you guys know, I've been dealing with a little injury, a little pain. So I've been kind of laying low, trying to just get better and not do so much. But other than that, and I've been trying to get on social media and, I've been trying to, post and share my Shein collection. So I've been trying to stay focused on that. And, I don't want you to, because you be getting on me and stuff. So I've been trying to be a good student and post, but that's a whole other job in and of itself sometimes. And sometimes I get creator's block and I'll be like, okay, what can I say today to the people about my collection? So, but that's all I've been doing, and I'm excited about it. And hopefully it's moving. I have to go check. I'm one of those people, like, I don't want to like keep checking to see like, where's it at and stuff like that. But I'm hoping everybody likes the t-shirts and they're out there supporting the Empower You movement. And I'm purchasing some, and stuff. But yeah. What have you been up to, Tonya?
Oh, baseball, and a little more baseball. Actually, I have coffee in my cup.
Okay.
Let me see. Okay. I can't do mine like yours. What is that?
Okay.
Small business, 1,000 Saks. I told you about Ray's company is in the Goldman Sachs 10,000 small businesses program. So just kind of still supporting small businesses. That's really what it's about.
Well, I want to say today, you're looking very fabulous, and I want to say that you are supporting small business today. And for people who don't know, I know I've been talking about my t-shirt line, my collection with Shein, but I also create other things, and I started really creating jewelry. That's how it all started. And today looks like Miss McKenzie is rocking a few little mahogany box pieces. So can you tell us about those? Show the people those pieces.
I mean, Just a little. I'm just trying to color coordinate today. I'm just trying to coordinate, and I try to stay mahoganized so that I'll be looking crazy out in these podcast streets. But yes, Miss Gia, I try to get you guys to know that she is multifaceted. What do I always say? She's arresting people during the day and making and creating things in the evening. Her stuff has been seen on red carpets and oh God, LA Fashion Week and all this stuff. And she's very humble. And that's something that I want to talk about when our guest comes on, about humility in your talents. Like, how healthy is it to be humble, or should you actually be really self-promoting? Some people really don't know how to do that or feel
Yeah.
comfortable self-promoting. That's
I'm
why
one
they
of those
hire,
people.
yeah,
Yeah,
why
I'm
they
good
hire
at.
publicists and whatnot.
I liked promoting other people and talking about other people, but I'm hard on myself, and I have a hard time struggle with promoting myself. And I don't know if that's just like when we talked about other guests I think it was last week, or we talked to the guests and we talked about things that didn't go on in our childhood that kind of affects us in our adulthood. And I think, because maybe as a child, I was always the shy kid, and stuff like that. And maybe because I wasn't put out there in the forefront and stuff like that. And maybe now to this day, I have a hard time. I struggle with promoting myself. And I know you get on me all the time, but I just have a hard time doing it. But yeah, you guys, she's rocking the Lila fringe, actually earrings, metallic silver, I believe. They're the metallic silver ones you have on, those are the
They're the
white ones.
metallic silver. They are.
Yeah. And she has one of the chokers, the agate wrap choker she's wearing, and I made those a while ago, but they're one of my favorites. And matter of fact, every time I see one, I'm like, oh, I should make more. I should make more and stuff. So I love it. I love them. So yeah, but she's she's supporting a small business, you guys. So yeah, but
And
I
that's
think
really
she's
what
also
it's about.
she's probably tired of me because I get on her when she's out and about. Because Tanya's beautiful and she's always taking pictures. She's always being photographed somewhere. And every time she has on another some other jewelry, I always get on her. I tell her, I said, yeah, you look really cute wearing that contraband, stuff. So we laugh about that.
You're such a police officer. Listen,
Yeah,
everything's not a crime, okay?
yeah,
But
yeah.
I do prefer my mahogany box. So you guys support small businesses. They are the centerpiece to our country. Like they run the economy, truth be told, even though, you might not think that the small businesses actually run our economy. So support. And if you need help starting one, let us know because, it's all there for the taking. Do not sit on your talents. And since we are talking about talents, let's go ahead and bring on our guest, Mr. TERRILL Paul.
Hey, thanks for having me. Good morning, guys.
Good
Hey, good
morning.
morning. So listen, the people always want to know, sir, what's in your cup? What have you been
Well,
up to? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I feel a little bad because I don't have a cup, but I'm drinking water.
Okay.
Legit?
Getting
Uh,
We
hydrated.
have
Okay.
we have had guests that had a water bottle, but wasn't necessarily water in the cup. So, it's
well, that was my thing too. I could say anything that's in the cup, but it's actually water today.
awesome. Well, let the people know what you have been up to and how you're doing. Like, how are you? What's going on?
So my name is TERRILL Paul. I'm a recording artist. I started out really my career really started out singing backgrounds for Bobby Brown. I actually still sing backgrounds for Bobby Brown. I've been doing it for the last 13, 14 years. And I decided that, it was time for me to step out from the back and come into the forefront. And being that I've had so much stage experience and watching, the king of stage perform and just taking in all I can. And I decided, it was time for me to, step up. And I decided that I wanted to, do an album for myself. And Stephen Littles and myself came up with a strategy, and I came up with a song called Worth It. And this is what landed me here with you guys today. The song Worth It is out on all platforms right now.
Okay. Well, tell us a little bit about that song. What made you write the song? Is there a meaning behind the song?
Yes, there's a great meaning behind the song. I'm a married man, and most of my writing is about my relationship and my wife, my beautiful queen. And in a relationship, there are times where you're gonna be hurt, you're gonna be mad, you're gonna be disappointed. But who would you rather do it with? Who is worth it? Most people think that the grass is greener on the other side until you get over there and find out that your grass is a little bit more water than over there. So again, the song just states that you're going to be hurt, you're going to be mad, you're going to be disappointed, but who is worth it? Who you would rather do that with?
Listen, you just said that you sing with Bobby Brown. You sing background for him. So you've been around him for how long? How long have you been working with him?
13, 14 years.
Okay. So you've seen a lot. I'm guessing you've seen some growth. I'm guessing you've seen some struggles. I'm
Yep.
guessing you've seen some victories. What resonated most with you since you have started your journey with him in particular?
His ability to still keep going through it all. I mean, we all know we don't have to really expound on what those things that happen, but to keep going, his resilience is very, very special to me. And I've been around through it all, actually. So just to see him and be able to still get up and still do what he does is just pure resilience to me, man. And I respect that the most.
So how long have you been singing or been in the business?
Well, in the business, professionally, I've started writing some years ago, and I wrote for a group called City High. I don't know if you guys remember the group City High.
Yes. Look at you.
They were under Booger Basement, Wyclef Jean, and Interscope Records, and I actually penned some stuff on the album. So that's how I really got my break in Wyclef's. He saw something in me, and then I actually signed to Booger Basement myself as a artist. And but things happened, didn't quite get all the way there yet, but the ball started rolling when I started writing then.
I'm going to share with our audience some of your music from Worth It. Do you mind?
Oh, no, not at all. Yeah. Oh. I ain't no player, but I play the game. Not even gonna say I stay the same. When you push me out, here we go all over again. What are we doing? Continuing. There's no one else I would do this. Me wanna be again. Disappointed. Disappointed. I hope that it's me, baby. You wanna share your dreams. I'm talking everything, every little thing, even if I miss just what you mean. I hope that it's me.
Wait a minute now. Let me tell you. How did that make you feel, Gia?
I like the melody. It got a really cool R&B little swag to it. I was gonna say it kind of reminds me of Anthony Hamilton a little bit. And I wonder, do you get that much? People think that mistake you for Anthony Hamilton at times?
I've gotten Anthony sometimes, but I've gotten a lot of the older crooners. Like the Marvin Gayes and the all of those genre of people. But
well, I wasn't trying to date myself. That's why I was trying to go with flow with Anthony Hamilton and stuff. But okay, you're gonna put it out there, Terrell. Okay,
I cannot.
But those are some heavy shoes to fill, and me personally, I think they already been filled. So I got a couple pairs of shoes that I need to fill myself. So that's what I'm trying to do, is paying homage to them by doing the work, man.
Talk to me about your inspiration. Some of the artists that have shaped who you have become as an artist, and then how did you get into this business?
Boys to Men for sure. I've actually had some ties to Boys to Men. Coming up, I was working with them when they were over in Pennsylvania. I worked with them. Wyclef Jean, Vincent Herbert, which was very pivotal in my career. I was actually signed in a group called Upfront with Vincent Herbert, and we were on our way, and the rug got dragged from under our feet, man, and he ended up signing Drew Hill instead of us. I mean, the list goes on. My mother, the real inspiration is my mother took me to 2 concerts when I was young. And the 2 concerts was the Jackson 5 and the New Edition concert. And the crazy thing about that is that I've met Michael Jackson personally in my lifetime, and I've had a chance to work with Tito Jackson, and I still currently work with Bobby Brown. So something that my mom did, she instilled in me a very long time ago. And so the people that she took me to go see is actually who inspired me and who I end up working with.
Okay, I got a question for you. Silk or Shy?
Silk.
Boys to Men or Drew Hill?
Boys to Men, but that's tough. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I'm biased because I'm, Boys to Men, but Drew Hill's tough.
Freddie or Luther?
Ooh, that's another one. See, Luther.
What about you, Gia? Freddie or Luther?
Luther.
Okay.
You just threw that out.
You are so insulted. Okay.
But it's not. Don't get me wrong. Back in my day, I got before I got rid of them, I had a few Freddie CDs, and in my my thing of CDs and stuff. But yeah, I Luther. Luther's Luther. And I've seen Luther in concert many times, so it's like, oh yeah, But yeah.
Patty or Anita?
Oh, Tonya.
Patty.
Gia?
I'm gonna go with Patty.
You got to be in the mood for Anita Baker. You got to be. I think it's a mood thing.
Yeah,
okay.
Anita's more. Yeah, you're right. You got to be in that. In that mood for Anita.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. She's dynamic, wonderful voice, awesome stuff. But you got to be in the mood. With Patty, you don't have to be in the mood. You can hear Patty, put Patty on, and it's like, hey, we all, even us that can't sing, they get to sing, and stuff. So.
Patty or Stephanie?
Patty.
Patty.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love this. Just to hear how we can, what I just did, say one word and know who we're talking about, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who else has influence?
Okay, let me throw out one.
Go ahead.
Stephanie and Mariah.
Stephanie. Good. That's a good one.
So let me ask you something. Since you got an old soul, music these days, there's a lot of, and I heard you, but it's a little more explicit now than it used to be. There's a lot more cuss words. There used to be imagery in our music, and now it's just straight to it. Let me A, B, and C, instead of drawing the listener in to, there were songs we sung as a kid that now I'm grown, I know what they're talking about. But before, I didn't know what they were talking about. So what is your take on the change that has taken place in R&B even? And I ain't talking about trap soul. I'm like strictly R&B. There has been a lot more explicit content than there has been imagery and artistry in regards to how they draw listeners in. Talk to me about that.
What you're saying, Tonya, that back in the day, it was more foreplay music. And now it's just like, I'm just,
I won't even say that. Okay, so let's get it on. That's an easy one. But I didn't know what that was when I was singing it when my mama was playing it. Now it's, that's
what I'm saying is, it was.
But even with Let's Get It On, your mind didn't go automatically to that.
Right.
On could be so many different things leading to that.
Right. So talk to me about that change in music that you have been able to witness and how you feel about that.
Well, I mean, it's self-explanatory. Basically, like you just said, let's get it on. I mean, I think the there's the children that's writing these records now. When we were coming up, these were grown folk, grown folk, and they had a way of saying it with you getting to your mind, like, oh, I know what he meant. These young kids is just saying whatever they feel like they can. You see them rallying more now. These kids feel like they're empowered and they feel like they can control some things, and they got the biggest platform is the internet. So they are able to say whatever and do whatever, and people are going along with it. People like ourselves, we basically we grew up with mama and daddy. Mama and daddy made sure we didn't listen to the type of stuff like that, or mom and daddy played a role that we saw love in the house and we saw what marriages look like, whatever the case may be. That's just it's a whole lot that's going with these children right now, that they're just expressing. I feel like they're expressing the way they feel, but these are young men, not even men, the young little boys writing these records and young little ladies writing these records, man, that they just have no idea. They don't even know what they're even saying to each other, to be honest with you.
That's what
Well,
I was
here,
gonna.
go
I
ahead.
was gonna say that too. It seems as though we go back to when we were young and the music our parents listened to, as opposed to now. It seems like a lot of those artists, they were older artists, and they were older when they got their fame and when they were popular. Nowadays, like you said, you got these young kids that are writing music and getting this fame at an early age, and half the time, you're right, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't really know what they're saying, and that's just the environment that we're in right now. I
Yeah.
think it was just different times. Lyrics were different way back when. They kind of mean the same thing, but grown folks were singing back then. Now you got kids singing or
Yeah.
rapping. That's what I think the difference is.
But even the evolution. So you could even take someone like a Chris Brown, right? When he first started, his first album was strictly R&B. He
Hmm.
was an R&B artist. It was an amazing album. Even his second album, he wouldn't even kiss a girl on screen,
Yep.
right? So it was still very traditional R&B. It was more of the, let's say, New Edition, Soul for Real type of R&B. And it has slowly transformed into explicit trap R&B, if that's so much of a thing. Matter of fact, since Gia likes trap music so much, what is your take on trap music? And is there really a organic blend of trap music and R&B? Like, what is your take on that as an artist?
Well, you want me to answer? You want him to
Both
answer?
of y'all. Both of
Well,
y'all.
when you say trap, like everybody, yeah, I like trap music, but I don't like trap. I'm not into trap music for necessarily the lyrics of the music. I'm about the beats of the music, of the trap music. That's what I really like. It's the beat that it moves me and stuff. Sometimes I even block out what they're saying, and half the time I don't even know what they're saying because they rappers they're saying it so fast. I'm like, what the hell? But I just like the beat of trap music. And that's my thing about trap. It's not about, yeah, I can care less about some of the lyrics in what some of these folks are saying.
I think, I mean, that's one of the things that bothers me is the labeling of what the genre of music is. Trap music. Isn't music supposed to be free? Like, why am I trapped? Why am I listening? Why I'm in this little bucket or this bottle, and where music is so free, where we can go. My mantra is that music can take you anywhere 3 minutes at a time. But if I'm not writing that type of lyric to get your mind out of something, because music is supposed to be healing. If a person is in the hood and that's all they seeing every day, the hood, and they need something to get to take them away from that, and they hearing trap music, they're trapped in the hood, they trapped in their music, they trapped everywhere. So it's like, why can't we be back to free? Music takes you someplace, man, where it can just, even if it's for 5 minutes, you got a place of zen, like, man, you know what, I can, I needed that 5 minutes. I can move on now. I can do this. I can do that. But trap music don't seem, it only makes for one thing, and that's for people to go out here and do violence and all these other stuff. So that's what I see.
Well,
Gia?
I wouldn't necessarily say that because people use music. I use music, use it in different forms. For example, like in my profession, sometimes me getting up going to work, sometimes I got to get my mind right for what I got to deal with. So I might turn on a little trap just to get my, because I gotta go. I'm not gotta go. I gotta go deal with some stuff today. So I need some little to get me through the day. Now if I put on something a little mellow, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go in here. I think my mood, would probably be a little different. So I don't look at music, I guess, the way how you said it. And a lot of people we all look at music different ways and does different things for different people. Don't get me wrong, but I use it for me is sometimes it's to at least to lift me up when I'm down. And when I'm down, I don't really want to be hearing no really soulful. I mean, not soulful, some love. A love song when I'm down because I might be down about that, so I might need that little that little beat.
So I believe we're saying the same thing. The difference is that the younger generation don't know how to go and turn another song on.
Right.
So we had that. We're privileged to have those songs.
Yeah.
That brought us in. But now the young ones, they don't know how to go back and go, let me turn on some Luther. Let me turn on some Freddie, whatever. Mm-hmm. They just know trap music. So that's what they're doing.
So right. Here we're talking about, so now we're talking about music appreciation. Maybe the reason why it has evolved to this smutty type of R&B is because there has been maybe a lack of research and appreciation for those that came before them.
It's all of the above. It's the lack of research. It's the parents in the house. It's the schools. It's
the music industry too. The record labels. Sure. If they're putting it, this is what they're putting out. Like you said, at first when Chris Brown came out, he was singing strictly R&B. Now all of a sudden now he's gone as another genre, another thing now. But to me, that's driven by the music industry, the record labels and stuff, because that's what, in their mind, that's what's selling. So I'm sure they're telling artists, okay, the R&B artists, well, look, people don't want to hear that right now. They want to hear this. So I need you need to put out an album like this, because at the end of the day, they don't really care about the music like we do. They care about the bank accounts, the dollars and cents. So whatever's selling, if the trap music is selling, if the raunchiness is selling, then I want my artists to put that stuff out. So I commend artists like you, Terrell, who you're R&B, you're an R&B artist, and you're sticking to that. This is your thing. This is what you enjoy, and it's hard for artists to say, okay, I'm gonna stand in, stand my ground, and say, hey, this is what I'm gonna sing. This is what I do. I don't want to sing the other kind of music. But nowadays, these artists, they're easily swayed to the other side because, again, they want to make that money too. And they feel that's the only way they can make their money is to put that kind of music out.
I agree.
Listen, both of you are artists in your own right. So my question would be, based on what you've said, is what can sway your creativity? Because at the end of the day, what you produce is signature. It's signature Terrell. It's signature Gia. So what could be a cause for you to sway your creativity, your style? And is that really a thing? Like, can you tweak up your creativity to please other people? And then at that point, it's not authentic anymore, right?
That's right. I can answer that question. Nothing can sway me. Because the audience that I attract, we don't want to hear that type of style of music, and I'm staying to that audience, and it's true to me, and it's for me, I have to be able to be confident in when I perform these songs, and it has to be real. People need to see realness, man, and not just something I'm just up there just to get a check for, or whatever the case may be. This is what I do. This is what I love. I'm a lover. I love relationships, and if my gift is to write about them and to spread love, man. That's the only way I know, and I can't be swayed no other way. I love Jesus, man. So Jesus gave me this path, and I'm standing on it.
Gia, what about you? Have you ever been, told to switch your style up for monetary reasons?
No, I've never been told that. And I think maybe too because I'm kind of I'm independent artist. I don't have a company telling me, backing me saying, hey, do this and do that and stuff. But no, I haven't ever been swayed. I've been asked to make things, for people. Oh, can you make this, for me and stuff like that? And I've turned down stuff, stuff I was like, no, I don't make that. I'm not going to make that. But it's hard because, like you say, you see stuff and you see stuff that's selling, and it's like, okay, a part of you says, oh, I want to make those sales too. So should I start making that kind of stuff too, just for the sales? But at the end of the day, it's like, no, I don't want to be that kind of artist. I want to be an artist that, that creates stuff that, sustainable and stuff that I think is really nice stuff, quality stuff, not just the trend. And that's the thing. Everybody's on the trend, and people get caught up in that. Oh, you see this person over there, they made so much money and doing this and doing that. So let me go do this. Let me go do that. And it's like, no, it's a trend right now. Yeah, I applaud them for making that money, but are they going to be here next year, the year after that, the year after that? Is that going to be their thing? They're just going to do, what is trending. Yeah. And, the trend only trends for so long.
You said, Terrell, that you and your guy came up with a strategy for your musical career path. What does that look like, and what can we expect next from you?
So the strategy is actually is working pretty well. We decided that we would put a single out, and that we would we would target most of the artists that I like. And would put those songs next up to those artists that I like. And we found that once we did that, and once we put the record out, we started getting a lot of overseas attention, which was one of the strategies we liked. And so I ended up signing a record deal in the UK with 6ix9ine Records, which I'm very happy about, which is one of the biggest UK distributors over there. And we're doing that because I actually want to backdoor the situation. There's so much saturated here in the U.S. about with music and who's the next artist, this, that, and the third. We tend to listen to a lot of the overseas stuff, and so I'm doing so well over there now that I feel like the U.S. has no choice but to accept it and embrace it, because the more I knock down barriers over there, the more, people start to recognize me here. So that was one of our strategies, and it's working. And so I have a double-sided single coming out in end of July, August, with 6ix9ine over in the UK. And one of the songs is called Heaven Sent, that I wrote about my wife, and the other one is called This Time, and it's produced by Stone Paxton of Stone City here in Vegas, man. So I'm very excited about it.
Very good. So you talk about your wife a lot. Clearly, she motivates you, and this relationship motivates you. Over COVID, we have experienced, my husband and I, at least 6 of our friends have gotten divorced. How was COVID for y'all, and did it inspire anything in you?
COVID was great for us because we actually like each other. So, that was the great thing. Of course, we love each other, but the liking part is a little different, I believe. And I think that's what a lot of relationships probably came to their demise, was they realized they didn't really know that person, or the person woke up and said, oh, this is what you really look like. And sorry I had to say that, but that's the truth. What we've learned was about our children, and how we were parenting, and the things that we thought we were getting through to them. With so much time being at home, we realized what our teachers was getting. So I commend the teachers for doing what they do all the time. But for us, we just got a chance to learn our children. We've learned how to our finances. We've gotten better with that. I've actually made the most money I've ever made during the pandemic. So it was a way we got together, was thinking on things, and I started a business for my children during the pandemic with their own t-shirt business and all of that. So bought them their presses so they can manufacture their own stuff. So we've just found, a way. God said, if you go in this if you come out of this pandemic the way you went in, you didn't learn anything.
Absolutely. There were so many people that were having a hard time with their kids. It was crazy to me. But all I could think is like, this is who this who you making. This who you creating and sending out into the world. So if you don't like your kids, what you think them teachers supposed to do?
Yeah. Yep.
So yes, that definitely a blessing. We are a team here. We work hard to raise our kids right. But I did realize that I've been slipping on my mama duties, and my 13-year-old didn't know how to make hot dogs. So yeah, we've been in the kitchen.
Totally get it, man. I totally get it.
What are you thinking, Gia?
I'm thinking that the pandemic is a blessing to some, like Terrell. It got them to realize some stuff, and I hope all the parents out there too they learned something about their kids too, because Tonya, like you said, like I always say, y'all kids ain't all, they ain't all good all the time, and and the people that got to deal with your kids, i.e. teachers and everybody else, you got to see your kids, and hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you picked up on some things, and you corrected some stuff, or you started to correct some things, things like that. But again, like you said, it brought you and your wife closer. But again, like you said, you liked your wife. A lot of people are married to people that they don't really like. And I always tell people when they ask me about relationships, stuff like that, I say, you find somebody that you like you like if I'm talking to a woman, like you like your best friend, how you and your best friend is, that's how you should look for your spouse. Because at the end of the day, all that glamour, him looking cute or her looking cute and having a body, all that kind of stuff, as they get older, that stuff ain't gonna be the same. Okay, yep. All of stuff like that. So you have to actually like that person and like sitting on the couch with that person. Because sometimes all you might have is the TV and the couch, and we learned that with the pandemic. All we had was the TV and the couch. So wasn't nowhere to go. Okay, and some people don't live in big houses, don't have no extra room to go to. So it was like, hey, we here. Okay, what we doing? What we doing today? What we stuff. But it also too got people to talk, because I think a lot of relationships with the day-to-day hustle and bustle of going to work and raising the families and doing your thing you do, you lose sight of communication, and you weren't communicating and stuff. So hopefully the pandemic got people to communicate more. And in some cases they communicated and realized that, oh, this ain't working for us. Yeah. And they don't separate and stuff. And then some people realize, oh, this is working. Like you said, worthy. This relationship, or he or she is worthy. And no matter what, we gonna ride this out. We gonna figure some stuff out. And every stuff was, so the pandemic, yeah, it was bad in some cases. In some cases, it seems like it turned out good. Like you said, you started a business with your kids. Yep. A lot of people, had to pivot because, they lost jobs and stuff like that. And hopefully they figured some stuff out and either got another job or figured something else to do, and to get them back on track financially. So, yeah.
So when are we going to see you in the States touring, or when can we see you live? Let the people know how they can keep up with you, how they can follow your journey and be a part of this great music that you're creating.
Of course. I'm actually putting a tour together now with my managers. Over at Olho Entertainment, which is OLHO Entertainment.com. If you're looking to book me, you can catch me, TERRILL Paul, on all social media platforms. Worth It is out on everywhere. You can go ahead and stream it, download it. But we're taking dates now for upcoming tour this summer, just to get me out there and get people to know that I'm coming.
All right. Sounds good. Well, we want to thank you for spending time with us today on My Morning Coffee, and know that, once you're part of the My Morning. You there? Yeah. Once you are a part of the My Morning Coffee family, you are always a part of our family. So keep us posted. Okay. All right.
Were you able to hear? Well, maybe his sound.
All right. Well, what did you think?
I thought it was, good. I meant to ask him, was he from here, from Los Angeles or somewhere else? But that's awesome. He's his career is taking off, and a lot of people forget, about overseas and other places to really get, to launch their careers and stuff like that. And he's right. The overseas market is a good market to start. And move up the charts there. Then come back to the States and see what happens and stuff. So, don't sleep on that. Any artist, not even though he's a musician, there are other things that you can do overseas, and if you're a business owner, and get your foot wet or kind of start to grow, and then come back to the States. A lot of industries are overseas do well.
Yep, absolutely. Well, I loved his voice, actually.
Yeah.
I like the music. I'm looking forward to whatever else he has coming out. I love that his wife is an
I know that
inspiration
that
for
was
him.
that was really refreshing, that I could tell, that his wife is very, you know, she's key. And to see that, um, that really warmed my heart, because it's like, yeah, she really motivates him and inspires him, and has a lot to do with, him wanting to be successful and things like that. And that's good to have
Yeah,
in a spouse.
absolutely. So what do you have coming up? Let the people know.
Mm, not much. Um, Other than, the Shein. I'm gonna try to push my Shein collection more, and get that out there, and get some, hopefully I'm generating sales and things like that. I'm gonna be working on a few designs. I'll probably get back in the studio and do some things. And I think I'm gonna probably do some more painting on some garments and stuff. So look out for some more painted denim, things like that. I might even do some more painted Converse, because I did those before. So I might do some more of that. You know me. Whatever comes up here, and I'll get it out some kind of way. But yeah,
Yep,
so yeah.
absolutely. And just to let you all know, we have a cluster now that starts on the 18th, every other Monday, where you can just come into the group. If you have something that you're working on, you need some help, ask. That's what we're there for: resources, opportunities, and ideas to share with the group. I know I got a couple people that are going to be bringing pieces of their book that they've been writing, so that they can talk about some of their passages, like how does it sound, things of that nature. So whatever you're working on, you are more than welcome to hop in the Sand and Shores cluster on Mondays, every other Monday, starting April 18th. Let me know if you need any information on that. And I launched the Sand and Shores PR and leadership coaching. So if any of that is
Yay!
something that you are looking to get help on, your PR, your leadership, you are trying to level up, run for an office, anything like that, and you need to work on your branding and your PR, holla at your girl, get your coaching going, and start understanding how you get placed in the media. But other than that, you can check out Miss Gia's Miss Gia's the Mahogany Box website, where her press release is actually posted, and another article went out recently about her Shein collection. So we got to celebrate her, because she don't know how to celebrate herself, and that's what we doing. So
All right, all right.
yep. So with that, I'm off on Wednesday. We're off this Wednesday. I'm headed to
Yes,
Vegas. We have
yes, for baseball, right?
baseball. Yes,
Yes,
that's what it
that should
is.
be fun.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be too hot, so that'll be good.
Be
And we
good.
will be back next Monday with another awesome guest. So make sure that you guys tune in, follow Gia on social media, follow Tonya on social media, and whatever you need, we're here for it. Until next
Yes.
time,
See ya.
bye.